So Bert, in the first segment we were talking about the subject of cover-up, and you said that there was another aspect of it that we didn't cover, and that was having to do with briefing the crew on what they're saying in public so that they don't get caught out on what their real aims are.
I believe it was the night that we were ambushed you when you were fishing. We were going to Chili's, I believe, and we were all in the van.
Or Nightlingers?
No, that was Chili's.
Oh, Chili's in Portland.
Yeah, yeah. In Portland. And Bart had said he talked to Dave, and he's like, hey guys, Dave wants you to go to the restaurant. He doesn't want anyone to talk about what happened. You know, he knows you guys are fired up, and you're all excited because you got him rattled in front of, you know, some of his visitors, but don't talk about anything in public at the restaurant. So I just thought that that was kind of odd, that I'm really not cool with like not talking about something I just shot, because that makes it sound like they're not proud of what they did or a cover-up or whatever. But yeah, they were pretty tight-lipped, and they wouldn't let us wear our Squirrel Buster shirts outside the van. They're like, oh, kind of keep it hidden and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's almost like, you know, it's like kind of, I was almost ashamed of wearing the shirt when I think about it now, you know.
Yeah, understood. That raises another question for me. How was Bart, the cameraman, receiving these instructions from Dave LeBeau?
From what he told me, he was getting earpiece via Bluetooth, you know, like a little earpiece.
So he was in phone communication, yes, while they were doing their operations?
Right, right. Because Dave had to be somewhere in the location where he could see what was going on with the film crew, because when we were here and all we had like 8 or 9 police cars here, Dave said, hey, let's go ahead and go, and Joanne, she still wanted to get 10 more minutes of video, but Dave said to Bart, let's get out of here, and Bart's trying to get everybody out, and Joanne is still trying to get the interview, and she was, because I still had her microphone on to my camera, and I could hear her when she's in the van, and she was pretty pissed at Bart for shutting her down, and I had to tell her to, you know, like, you know, earphones to tell Richard to tell her to be quiet, because I know that Bart was going to be editing this, and you know how much trouble open mics can cause.
Right.
But yeah, he was always instructed by Dave for what to do, when, where, how, and why.
And you heard him going back and forth with Dave through his Bluetooth?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't hear Dave, but I heard him say Roger. And also something we were talking about is they would also call themselves SEAL Team 6. SEAL Team 6 out, SEAL Team 6 in.
They were SEAL Team 6?
Yeah, I was SEAL Team 6.
No kidding.
Yeah, no experience, and I was a SEAL.
Wow. So, so it was sort of a paramilitary sort of ambulance, huh?
Absolutely. They, we even had a drill on how to get in and out of the van at the precise moment, because they wanted us to be out of the van ready to go within, you know, 10-15 seconds. So we actually practiced one time, seat, boom, 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 you know, because I told the one guy's like, you know, I have to sit here, you guys sitting back, because it's more important for the 2 camera guys to get out. So we practiced. I would get out, let the other passenger out, then I would open up the seat and let them get out, and we actually practiced it, and Bart would always say, SEAL Team 6 out, and I just thought it was ridiculous to even be, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So along that line too, I mean, you said that he had to quell their enthusiasm, like these guys would be all pumped up and jacked up when they would cause trouble?
Well, I mean, I have to admit, I was excited too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, at this point, I'm like, yo, let's get Marty, the Rat. I called you the Rat.
Who called me the Rat?
All. They all, especially Joanne. Joanne was probably the most wanted little man, and Richard always liked to call you little man, because he said it got to you. But yeah, we just get so excited, and like I said, I was excited too, because, you know, I'm here paid to get good video, and that's what I go to school for, is to get good video, and I did get good video, and I guess I was excited too, so that's why Dave said don't talk about the restaurant, because they didn't want anyone to overhear that might know you or something like that.
Well, what impression might they get if you guys are talking naturally about what your true motivations and you know, wins were on us?
Well, it would sound like we're a bunch of idiots. You know, that, hey, we just stalked this Marty guy, and oh, did you see the expression on his wife? Oh, his wife seems scared. Oh, we don't give a shit. Well, excuse my language, but, and then the one thing they always wanted to do was obviously conflict. You know, make conflict with you and your wife, and they would always say that don't step out of their way, let them bump into you. And oh, Joanne said one time, oh, he tapped my hand, oh, my poor hand. I mean, give him an Academy Award. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, they wanted to just bait you every way possible to have conflict so they could press charges or something like that.
You're right. And you, and on this thing about getting all stirred up about and taking a win, I guess, on creating some consternation or creating some upset with us. Richard Hurst was part of the crew when you were there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Do you recall anything about what Hurst was like, or how he acted during all this?
He was like more of the like numbers guys. Remember, he's the one that had, when he's out there by your garbage can, he had the city easement records.
Right.
And he's over there making sure he doesn't cross the line and stuff like that. But they at the very beginning they said that they were like just retired people. I thought they were retired Scientologists, but I mean, I don't know what they are, but they were just, I thought, in my opinion, at the end brought in their specialists to deal with you and just get your goat and find out about all the auditing and PC folders. And I mean, when they're talking about all this stuff, auditing and the PC folders, I'm like, what are they talking about?
Right.
I mean, it's like, it's just crazy. And then we had discussed about the war room, I guess you want to call it. And when I went into the hotel room, he had like, you know, like his laptop and iPod, you know, GPSs and constant communications with LA, and Bart was always uploading, downloading, well, uploading footage to LA, I guess it was, and they had maps, and he was, like we said in the paper, ordering more t-shirts, because that's the new t-shirts that they had, before they had the blue ones, now they had the yellow ones. But I mean, it was, I mean, we would kind of have it in the morning, kind of like he would tell us, okay, we're laying low right now, but he's might be going to the airport, he might be doing this and stuff like that, and kind of prep us to a certain extent. They kind of kept me out of like a lot of who's driving the car that's looking for you and stuff like that, but I mean, they let me in on a lot of stuff that towards the end I really didn't think I wanted to hear anymore, so I just kind of, that's when I kind of just decided to go.
Gotcha. Thank you.